and welcome to NBTV. I'm Nikki Bernstein.
I'm John Klontz, and we're here with
Kyle Pugel with Guaranteed Rate Affinity.
Yeah.
Welcome, Kyle. We're so glad to have you.
Thanks for having me.
The reason why we invited Kyle to our show today is to discuss first-time homebuyers and what the experience is like for them. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Kyle?
So first-time homebuyers, there's always a little bit of fear because they are going into the unknown. Typically, they've never done a mortgage application. A lot of them don't have any idea what's on their credit report and have never even looked at their credit report.
Can you tell us a little bit about what a first-time homebuyer looks like? Who are they?
First-time homebuyer can be anybody who hasn't owned a home in the last 3 years. It's a question we ask on every application, so we can gauge, their background and experience with buying homes and how we go through the process with them.
Well, you and I had the pleasure of working with our great clients, Kevin and Alyssa. Hello,
Hi, Kevin and Alyssa.
And you worked with them to get them pre-qualified. Tell me a little bit about that process.
Fantastic. So what we did and what you did was refer them over really early in the process before you took them out and started showing them homes and got them emotionally invested in a specific property.
That's right.
We got them qualified. We sat down, went through the application, their credit, their income, their assets. We set up a plan, showed them the numbers that they would need to get into a home, pulled their credit, reviewed that with them on the spot, and we were able to get them pre-qualified so they could go out and start looking.
Yeah.
Kyle, what are the questions that you ask any homebuyer when they call you?
For starters, we go into what they're trying to do. So where they're trying to purchase, the type of home they're trying to purchase, because it all plays into their overall picture. We go into their credit, income, and assets as well. But first and foremost is figuring out what they want to purchase, how long they intend to be there, so we can start narrowing down the programs that might best fit their needs.
Yeah.
You know, Kyle, I have right here one of my clients, Sarah Weissman. Hi, Sarah. She's asking about different products and is really concerned about down payments. What can you tell Sarah and several of the others or all of the other first-time home buyers about the different products available to them?
Well, there's a lot of misconceptions with first-time home buyers. A lot of people think that they have to have 20% down in order to purchase a property, where that's not the case at all. There's a number of programs out there, from down payment assistance to low down payments, geared towards a first-time home buyer demographic to help them get into a property earlier than they might have thought possible. So the sooner we can start preparing, the easier the whole process is overall. So first thing we do, we start with the application and get all their information, and then we start gathering their documents.
Kyle was telling us a little bit about some of the first-time home buyers and what they can relate to. And oftentimes a first-time home buyer understands their rent payment, right?
Correct.
So what is it that you do when someone comes to you and says, well, I really don't know what I can afford, but this is what I'm paying in rent?
That's a great place to start, and it's usually first-time home buyers that have that because they have a history of renting, and so they can relate to, we're paying $1,200 a month in rent here, and then we moved over to a place where we're paying $1,500 a month, and you can usually gauge what their comfort level is. So sometimes that's too much and they want to reduce it, or they're comfortable and they want to stay in that range. So when we figure out what their payment is and where they want to stay, we can actually reverse engineer it and figure out how much they can qualify for. Because when you talk to somebody that's been paying $1,200 a month, and you're talking about numbers all of a sudden that are $300,000 to $350,000, that's a lot of money compared to what they've been used to or what they can relate to.
We have a number of clients who are receiving gifts from their aunts, their uncles, their grandparents, or maybe they're getting married and they're asking for down payment assistance for their wedding gift. What does that look like? How does that translate into the mortgage itself?
So we actually see a lot of that where one generation is trying to help the next generation become a homeowner. And there are tax implications and limits on what you can gift in a given year, but as far as a mortgage is concerned, there are no limits.
So something to remember for you if you are receiving a gift for a down payment, be sure to get that letter that says, Dear John, that's easy. Dear John, here's a gift of X amount. I love you, Mom. We're gonna credit my father. What does my father say?
What, getting your arms wrapped around the problem?
Exactly. So we're gonna get, and that's what my dad says. It's true. And he says, get your arms wrapped around the problem, because the conversation that you need to have is not no, I can't, no, I can't, no, I can't. It's how can I? And so Kyle is here to help buyers figure out a way, how can they? And there are many different ways to figure that out. And so Kyle, you are actually a partner in the transaction. You're not just a service provider or a vendor, you're a partner and in figuring out, just like we are, on what is a fit. Kyle, thanks for joining us today. We loved having you, and we would certainly like to have you back, or we'll just keep filming another segment. But tell us how everybody out there can reach you.
Best way to reach me is by phone. My number is 480-268-3950.
And if you have any questions or want to reach Kyle, we also have his contact information. Contact us below. We're happy to help. Thanks for joining us at NBTV. I'm Nikki Bernstein.
I'm still John Klons.
I'm Kyle Pugel.
Bye.
Bye. Wave.
I wasn't expecting that.